check it out. Now, hip-hop used to be a subculture of society that a lot of fuck shit really thrived and was ignored, at least by the rest of society. Okay, misogyny. Okay, lyrics that promoted violence, all type of vile or questionable behavior that just became normalized within the culture. But even certain way how you speak upon even women, like sexist statements, were definitely ignored. Because of course hip-hop is a macho sport, right? Pac said that. And of course you always have the objectification of women, the degradation of women and all of that. Now, this is what's happening nowadays. A lot of people are paying attention. You can't be talking about homosexuals or even, say, Jews any type of way on your record. You will get the fuck on out of here and you will be apologizing, okay? Now, again, there's a lot of statements that go way too far over the boundary. For example, when you hear Rick Ross at one point talking about putting a molly in somebody's drink. Also, when you heard Rich Homie Quan just flat out say he would rape somebody. That's flagrantly out of bounds. Now, Rick Ross, when trying to jokingly explain on The Breakfast Club why he would not sign a female rapper, he said this. He said, I never did sign a female rapper because I always thought man, I would end up fucking a female rapper and then I would be fucking up the business, okay? He said, I'm so focused on my business, I got to be honest with you. I know you got to think, man, she going to be looking good. I'm spending a lot of money on the photo shoot. I got to fuck a couple of times. Now, this is what I thought. That comment was definitely sexist, okay? Because, of course, you're discriminating against men and women in terms of giving them opportunities. However, it is the reality of what goes on in hip-hop. A lot of people are hesitant to sign women artists because a lot of them think they're headaches. They're going to cost a lot more money in maintenance and all the other special amenities you got to make for them. And also a lot of people usually say if they can't get a fuck off them, they don't want to sign women. Now, it's not that I agree with this, but I know this thinking exists. Now, Rick Ross may have been just honest, but the way he came across and him being in a position of power, again, and hip-hop going towards what mainstream culture and society views as acceptable in terms of what you say, that is out of bounds. So Rick Ross has apologized, okay? I'm going to say this before I even read his apology. I think he really means what he said, okay? I don't think he meant it in any type of hurtful manner. I think he just knows himself, and he knows that if he put money into a woman as an artist, he's going to want to have some type of sexual favors or advances. Now, doesn't mean it's right. I just think that's his belief. Now, he had to apologize, and he put this apology out through Facebook, and he says, I would like to address an insensitive comment I made on a very sensitive issue, especially in a minority-dominated industry like hip-hop. My entire empire's backbone is led by two of the strongest people I know, and they happen to be women, my mother and my sister. The operations wouldn't run without them, and I have the highest regard and respect for women in this industry. I have a daughter myself, my most cherished gift in this world. My comment is not reflection of my beliefs on the issue, a mistake I regret. I hope to use my mistake, my platform, and the community to create positive discussion to implement change on a very important issue. Respect for the ones who stand up to say, hey, that isn't right. Now it's time to accept responsibility and all do better. I look forward to continue working with and supporting female artists. My discovery process was documented by VH1 on Signed, which premiered last night. Many of the talented artists you'll see in the run-in to be the next MMG superstars are female artists. I look forward to clarifying my comments through my support. Thank you to everyone going through the journey with me. We coming out every day stronger. Boss. Now, that statement is really fueled by the fact that he has a TV show that a major TV network is backed by, and they were going to definitely get letters of boycott and advertisers pulling out because the guy who's having a show on your network is openly saying he ain't trying to give women the same opportunity as men. By the way, this is a beautiful written PR statement, but it just shows that we are in a different time and different day in hip-hop, for better or for worse. And by the way, a lot of stuff that used to be acceptable before will not be acceptable now. Somebody said this on Twitter, and it may be true. It says women loving hip-hop is the equivalent to being in love with your oppressor or your abuser. Because constantly in hip-hop, women are called bitches, hoes, whatever. And those are the songs they're twerking to the most, right? Also, women are really objectified. And that has been the culture. And when that's been the culture, misogynistic comments and a misogynistic frame of mind will kind of thrive. So this is why you hear Rick Ross apologizing, because pressure will come in these days. And he knows he better put that apology out and try to stay out the way of the backlash, okay? Do I believe he is completely sorry? I don't know. I think he really spoke his true opinion. But him, like many others now, are realizing that hip-hop is changing. Again, Akademiks Speaks, guys, like and subscribe. Very serious issue here, but hip-hop is a culture that accepts a lot of fuckery. We got to be honest. You could rap about killing. You could rap about doing a lot of demonic shit, pumping poison into your community. No accountability. But then for other things, there is a lot. We might get to a place where, shit, you rapping about killing. That's a big problem. And again, I'm not saying I fall either way on whatever side of the coin. I'm just saying this is what's to come ahead. Get a comment, guys, like and subscribe to Akademiks. I'm out.